First of all, I just want to start off by saying thank you, God. Um, I have to be thankful for what I can be thankful for, and I ask God to continue to give me strength. And I thank God for a few things. First of all, one is just to be able to see things for what they are, as much as reality is just being pushed into a state of insanity in regard of how I'm being manipulated, and not only being manipulated, but having this trash around me, try to gaslight me, and utilizing this childlike individual participant. That's for me, I understand, thanks to all the testimonies of what is happening here, and I have to be thankful to maintain state of reality, as so much and so many around me are trying to gaslight me. But the thing is, what I need to ask God is to maintain composure, because I don't think I will be restraining myself if this individual wanted to play this game in front of me. There's so much evilness and diabolicness that I cannot not see them for the true shit that they are. And it would be so bad if they thought that I'll be pacific and I will do nothing if this trash will wanting to play this game in my face. Now, I keep saying that out loud because it's not just a warning, it's just me just prepping myself. Listen, I'm not preaching violence in my videos, but the second I witness something happening to me, or not happening to me, but witness this trash playing this game in front of me, I know that you last people who are not fully developmentally and can easily be disconnected, but it's not my problem. What they're involved in is so disgusting. Forget about even what they're doing to me, but in general, the amount of horror that I keep immersing myself into listening and understanding these people are involved in that, on top of what they're trying to paint and thinking that life goes like that. If I witness this tantrum like gaslighting tactics, it will be the end for me. I know. It will be a blackout situation. It will be really bad. And it will be something that just releasing me, that make me do something terrible to this trash, and I don't want that. But it's okay. You know, these people involved in this is just so nasty, and sometimes I even think and hope that they do it. That's how much hate I have. I just almost hope that they play this game in front of me, and just I can release and lash out, and it's gonna be really bad. It'll be really bad. But that's not who I want to be. That's not what I want to do. But we all have a limit. In this program, they really try to gaslight you, try to make you be somebody you're not. Now, the technology itself rewires you. I'm a target individual who deal with this V2K synthetic telepathy, so everything's been manipulated, everything. Then this trash around you that's supposed to gaslight you, and they are really doing their best to perform and act as if you're clearly just not being manipulated, that you're clearly just not being altered. Their job is to make you internalize the persona they've created. They're wanting to make you accept a persona that you're not. They make you experience all these terrible things, and then have this trash around you. Guys like you, some of them are not adult. There's a lot of teenage participants. A lot. Very disgusting trash. You know, with me, the disconnect with them thinking that they can do this, the level of diabolicness, and just normalizing it. It's disgusting. And I know that this is not happening just to me. meaning that the manipulation, the persona, all of that. But on top of that, that there's people more vulnerable than me in this program suffering. As a time vigil, I've heard the testimonials, I've listened to the trends, and I know that this is something that is not here protecting children. It does some of the worst you can imagine to children. The torture of what we experience, it's not just psychologically with the V2K and synthetic therapy that can manipulate you in so disgusting ways, degrading ways. It's also physical. They can make you unhealthy. They can make you sick. They can make you have cancers, diseases, and other conditions that's so bad. But they can also just make you have pain. They can burn you. They can handicap you. And all those testimonies have been seen, and I've seen the images of women and what they look like in their back and their faces and what they burn, how they like all of that. But they also do that to babies, to children, from the youngest, infants, where not only they're making them sick, making them mess with their vision, give them headaches, but as atrocious as burning their genitals, their private parts, where mothers find things on their private part as they change the diapers, as they bath them. That's the things every day I listen to. I crank that in my brain. I listen to that all the time. So when I face this trash, and this teenage trash are involved in this, you know, they try to kind of erase the level of atrocities that they're part of. And there's a lot of games. With me, these perps interact with me and they via V2K, and I hear them talking like childlike individual talking to you. But they don't fool me, because I know this childlike individual are the same involved in the program that torture children. And to hear that even testimonials of parents that witness their own children being tortured, these childlike participants are there to kind of psychologically break down the mother, laughing at the suffering and the torture of these children to just increase the stress, the psychological pain of seeing your own child being tortured in ways that you can't even do anything about. And then seeing this teenage shit laughing about it, just to be psychologically tormenting. And having this trash around me involved in that, wanting to act like they're and call themselves theirs. No. For me, I could not just do nothing if I saw them do that to my face. I could not. What they're part of is something so diabolical that this deserves something happen. If one of these trash, and with me they go further, it's like, yeah, they make it look. One thing that's also common apparently is like framing target mutual. So apparently they make it look like that they're having an interaction with me, and they call each other beautiful. And it's funny because some of the interaction they have within each other, acting like it's me, because apparently my phone is hacked and they can do that, which I know is easy. That doesn't take like this top-notch level of advanced technology, but that they are making it look like that there's some kind of interaction via, I don't know what device or whatever Apple, that there's interaction, right? And they call each other as they interacting, as if it's me talking to them, beautiful, this and that and that. And so I can hear them, it's like, oh, we're beautiful. And some of this trash wants to be in character. It's like method acting. And because we're dealing with not developed individual mentally, they have tantrum-like ways of gaslighting you. Right? They clearly know that, okay, he's not the one talking to you, but we're going to make it look like that. So play the character. So I hear them yelling, we're beautiful, yeah, and just like, yeah, we're young. And I'm like, if this would have happened in front of me, what you expect will happen? What would I do? What would somebody do at this point? What you think is true, that's what will happen. You're right, it will happen. And if I'm not that person who can do that, At this point, I need to prep myself to do that. This is a life or death situation. When somebody does something like that, they should expect to, maybe their life could be in jeopardy. Now, I don't care if they're not developed mentally enough to understand that. It's not my problem. But for me, I prep myself for that. For me, the second this happened, if you didn't prepare yourself psychologically, mentally, to understand that what you're doing at this level of diabolicness that he's aware, and you do this, that's not that's people would kill easily for that. Easily. Not even a hesitation. Especially if they have this tantrum. Oh my gosh. That's why I was like, if you, to this purpose, trying to stay in character and they have this method acting, do that. Please come with the tantrum and the way you made yourself. It'll help escalate, elevate the situation here very easily. It'll make this an easier decision. A very easy decision. But don't worry. Stay disconnected. It will be really bad. Really bad. And I'm not even trying to say things to be threatful. It's just, I know at this point, this state of rage that you have as a target individual, when these people wanted to paint you in a certain way and this and that, but you find out the horror that it's diabolism in a normalized way. I mean, I hear this testimony. I knew all along about the tortures of children. I know, but when you hear more of it, and you hear the description of how mothers seeing these things, saying, we're seeing our children just cry, scream in pain. When we bath them, we see burn on the genitals. And then you hear sometimes these teenagers laughing at the sufferings of these children, which I know, as childlike as things are presented to us, target individual, no, this is the governmental program. They really are trying to push all kind of tortures and pain, not only physical pain but psychological pain. What will hurt a person that sees their children suffering and you see some teenage trash laughing about it, mocking it? Rage, right? Distress, psychological. That's by design. Now, if this little retard don't understand that it's things like that comes out of class, but it's not my problem. With me, they're like, we're not scared. It's like, I'm not here to scare. Hey, do what you need to do. For me, I know what it means. For me, I know. It's for me. I'm prepping myself. I understand what needs to be happening if this happened in front of me. I don't care what you say to yourself. I know. And I don't put weight on these losers and nothings in this, because I know they're just the tools being utilized in this fashion. They're just the nothings. But even as a nothing, being involved in this, in something that's this horrible thing, you shouldn't expect somebody to be like, oh, I'm just a nothing in here. Don't do anything to me. Don't crash out. But it's been hard for me to just, I haven't gone out of my place for a while. And I know that I'm going to stand on what I'm saying. Every time I'll get out of my apartment, I know that maybe today's the day. Because I really want to stand on what I'm saying. Today's the day. It's like a mental battle. It's like, I cannot let this happen. I cannot. So every time I step out, it's like mentally, before it's mentally prepared that I'm going to be disturbed, because I'm a target individual who dealt this V2 case and technically all this nasty manipulation. You heard the videos, and I'm going to show what just happened. It was not as extreme, but it's just still kind of annoying, because what's happening is when they do this thing, it seems like they empower this little teenage trash who think that's what it's gonna make me accept what they have going on here. Like, Jesus, and I have a playlist of things I listen to, I call it the gaslighting bait. That's how I'm ready for them. I've noticed that these perps are trying to stop the reality to be so obvious. Now, I know everybody around me watching me knows what's happening here. It's so obvious, especially if you're outside looking in to see what's going on here. They're just breaking me down psychologically, and they do all the same thing over and over. And I don't make it easy for them to just like block that out, because you see a lot of videos saying the same thing over and over. I spend a lot of time over and over saying that out loud. So to this perps or whoever observing this, there's no escapism. They enjoy what they're doing here. They enjoy breaking me down psychologically, mentally, just breaking me down. They're seeing, whoever is observing, that a person just slowly, mentally being broken down. They love that, they enjoy that, and they know this is the tool used for that. So I know everybody watching this, I understand that this is what's happening here, and they love it. The empowerment to see that slowly, psychologically, using this advanced level of technology, breaking somebody down, is fun to them. Because obviously there's a sense of feeling like God, but we talk about technology that's super advanced. It is amazing. The level of advancement we're talking about. I mean, completely rewiring a human being and controlling, like playing him like a video game, is insane. Everything is just like play with. And I'm gonna bring this, it's not that bad in regard, because they've done that to like the little babies, so this is not as extreme, but it's more also a little mental game that they're playing, and they have this like monologues in my brain to try to like annoy me. Now you can see I'm able to articulate what I'm saying as of now, but things are going to go worse with me psychologically. I've accepted reality. I know that I'm in something where I deal with technology that's so advanced that it sounds science fictional, but I'm staying in tune with the reality of it. Now, this support, this external support of perps gaslighting you, is meant to enforce what they're making me experience. Like they try to reinforce this persona, which you can see. I'm losing my sanity, I'm losing my health, but I'm staying in tune with what's happening here. And what it means to be in tune is like, I know what you guys do, and I'm never going to subscribe to this thing. And in my brain, they're just trying to create mental battles. I'm so thankful that I'm still be able to articulate myself for now. And they try to box it in, block it in, put it in. What it does is just boost the rage. When I see you, it's gonna be, and I'm isolated. So this is the best you can get in regard of like, isolation is the worst for target individual, because that's why when you hear people being put in isolation, they go crazy. Isolation is perfect for brainwashing. Not even just as a V2K, but just you lock somebody where he's by himself or they're by themselves, and you just pipe in